Hey, I like cameras that have strong attitude, cameras that leave their mark on a picture, that affect my photography. They become sort of co-creators. They are more than just simple tools. And then some cameras do that better, and they give me results that I'm pleased with, and then some other cameras don't, and then I make a conclusion that this is a good camera, I like to use it, and I use it a lot. Nothing wrong with that. Now then sometimes you find a camera that sort of promises more than it delivers, and that's my Graflex RB Series B camera. I really like this camera on paper. I mean, it has all the bells and whistles. It has a nice lens, it's a medium format camera with the rotating back, so I can take portrait and landscape, and I can change these back so I can have multiple films with me. It's an SLR camera, so it really fits to my style of photography, and even with my eyeglasses I can focus it nicely. I like the smell of it, I like the sound of it. But for some reason, pictures that I've taken with this camera are blunt, uninteresting, sort of safe. And that made me wonder that, am I doing something wrong, or is there something wrong with this camera? So the pictures I get with my Graflex are uninteresting and safe. So I wanted to try to change that. And the first thing I did was that I purchased new film. Like, I don't think film makes typically such a big difference to my photography, but there are films that are so unique and so full of character that they change the entire ball game. This is one of those. Film Washi S 50 ISO film that the manufacturer says that Film S is a film used by motion picture professionals for sound recording. So already this is not intended to be used, by people such as myself or anybody else shooting photographs. It's supposed to store sound. It is extremely, ridiculously high contrast film, and it also, when it gets dry, it's pretty difficult. Like, it's so curvy and it's so difficult to scan or make prints that, so it's difficult. It's very difficult. It's very contrasty, but it's like it has so much character. It's like punching somebody. It's like punk rock. So maybe with that attitude I could create something that is not so safe and ordinary. I loaded one roll into the back of my Rollei, my Graflex, and went to the downtown, and this is what I got. So then, to get even more attitude, I did something else. And then I, just holding it with my hands, I tilted it upwards. Freelancing, just like this. And by the way, this is an excellent camera for freelancing. And then I took some pictures, freelancing, meaning that I get a tilt shift on my pictures, and I get pictures like this. So hey, those are not really good photographs. They are by any means. They are different now. Now I got away from the safe, blunt, uninteresting pictures to something that is rough, it's punchy, it's ugly. And that gets interesting. I wouldn't take those kind of pictures with my Rolleiflex. This really gives now, especially with the tilt shift, it gives me a new tool now that I can use. But hey, that then made me think that is this camera only for ugly pictures? Now I can make uninteresting blunt pictures and I can shoot ugly pictures. Is there anything else? Last Saturday morning, you know, there was a very nice morning. Now that snow is melting, spring is coming, every now and then you get a situation where the air is cold, but the snow is sort of, I guess, a little bit warmer. So the moist evaporates from melting snow, and when it hits the cold air, it just like gets misty. You get like mist and you get fog. That's very typical for the springtime. And now Saturday morning was like that. And I was ready to go out to take pictures of that misty morning. And I had already my Rolleiflex ready to go. Because this is my go-to camera. And then I thought like, hey, now I need to give him a chance. It's like the National Hockey League. Every now and then you need to give a chance to your second goalie to play a game or two. Otherwise you wouldn't know if he can perform when he really is needed. So I decided to take my second goalie with me. I put some Ilford HP5 Plus into it because now I want to capture the fog, the mist. And with my Washi, there would just be black and white. There wouldn't be grays and mist. So this wouldn't be the film. This is much better. I headed out with my Graflex, giving it an opportunity that it typically won't get. In a normal circumstances, I would have gotten my Rolleiflex. Now I went out with my Graflex and this is what happened. Two learnings from my exercise with this Graflex. First, attitude is more important than quality. Like you really need to find sort of an angle to your pictures. That's at least what I think. If you just take pictures without thinking about a goal, without thinking about what do I want to get, then they most often turn into something that is not that interesting. Like, I really wanted to get punchy, ugly pictures, and I got those. So, you know, that was pretty neat, actually. Now I have that in my arsenal. I know how to get ugly, punchy pictures with my Graflex. The other thing that I learned was that it is not fair to judge a camera if you don't give it a chance. If every time there's a nice weather, there's a nice sunset, there's a foggy evening or morning, I take my Rolleiflex. So it's no wonder I start to feel like, hey, I always need my Rolleiflex to get good pictures. And when I take my Graflex out, it is a mediocre weather, it's just a regular everyday situation, and then I wonder why don't I get better pictures. So I need to give my camera a chance before I can say if that's any good. Like, you know, lab circumstances, artificial comparison about sharpness or, you know, whatever you would compare in cameras, don't tell the truth. It's only when you take your camera into a real situation and and really put it through the test of reality, which this actually did pretty well. So it looks good, it feels good, it smells good, it sounds good. And it even takes good pictures. I keep on pushing this guy and see how far I can get with this. See you later.